Hi, I'm Stacy, and I'm going to show you how to make a beef tomato dish that's just out of this world. This is a really hearty beef meal that goes really well with rice. It does have an Asian flair to it. I'm just going to show you how to put together the marinade first, and that is going to require you to prepare some beef strips. Now I have about 1.5 pounds of beef strips in here, and I'm going to set those aside for just a minute while we make the marinade. So the first thing I need to do is mix up 2 tablespoons of oil. I have avocado oil, but you can also use any kind of oil that you prefer. I have 4 teaspoons of soy sauce. I do prefer the Aloha soy sauce, but again, that's up to you. If you have a special kind that you like, that's fine. And now I have 2 teaspoons of cornstarch, 1 tablespoon of granulated sugar, and 1.5 teaspoons of freshly chopped up ginger. I'm gonna give this a stir, and now I'll just add this to the beef, and then I'm going to cover this and refrigerate it for about an hour. The meat has had plenty of time to marinate, and so now I'm just gonna stir fry it just until it's partially done. It doesn't have to be all the way cooked through. Okay, so the next thing after the meat is done is to stir fry our vegetables. I'm just gonna add a little water to the pan. I have 1 sliced carrot, 1 green bell pepper sliced, 2 stalks of celery, and 1 whole onion that is sliced. I'll cook this a little ways. Okay, and now I'm going to add 2 cloves of garlic. While this is cooking, I'm going to put together a stir-fry sauce. Now that's going to go over the top of everything after these are done. So let me show you how to do that. I'm just going to mix 2 tablespoons of ketchup, 1 tablespoon of granulated sugar, 1 teaspoon of white vinegar, 2 tablespoons of cornstarch, 2 teaspoons of soy sauce. I do prefer the Aloha soy sauce, and low sodium is best, and 1 teaspoon of Worcestershire sauce. I'm just going to stir this up, and then I'm going to set it aside for a moment while I finish up the vegetables. Okay. Again, we don't want this to be fully cooked through, just partially, because it is going to go into the oven. I think that should do it. Okay, so I'm just going to stir this up, and now it's time to add the tomatoes. So I'm going to throw these in here. I've got 2 Roma tomatoes sliced up. Now it's up to you if you want to add less or more. 2 seems to be plenty, especially of the Roma tomatoes, because they can be quite small. And I do prefer Romas over the other kind just because there's less juice in it. So we have that. And now I'm going to pour on our sauce. And give this a little stir. That's all there is to this dish. Now I'm just going to go ahead and put the lid on, stick it in my oven at 350 degrees for about 20 minutes until it's cooked all the way through. and the sauce will be nice and thick, and then I can serve this with some rice. Have a good day. Bye, everyone.